Hey fellow traders, when I stopped using MACDs, RSIs, moving average crossovers, my trading life changed. You've got to learn to use an easy, simple, straight price action strategy. And let's go into the office, guys, and let's have a look at this strategy today. A system that I use may work for you, and it's called support and resistance. Don't use MACD, use this system. It's so much better for your trading. And why do I use support and resistance rather than anything else? And my main reason behind this is simply to manage your risk. And the reason you want to manage your risk is because that's what trading is actually all about. Why do I say this? The important thing to understand about trading is no matter what system you pick in the markets, no matter what system that you found, not complicated, super mega system and move this here and move that there and change this and change that and move things around and trade only when it moves slightly to the left or slightly to the right system you've got, it's still a 50% of the time when you take a trade, it will go in your favor. And the other 50% of the time when you take a trade, it'll probably go against you. And you're going to say to me, but Rob, here's the thing. If that's the case, why am I bothering? Because that just equals to a good old zero at the end. Well, no, because it's all about managing your risk. In other words, it's all about making more on your wins and losing less on your losses. That's why we manage our risk. So what we want to do is we want to make twice as much on our wins as we do on our losses. And then you'll agree with me, at the end of 10 trades, you should have made at least a 50% profit based on the fact that you kept your losses tight. So what does that entail? It entails you becoming a good loser and understanding that it's important to be able to accept some form of loss in the stock market. Trading is risky. Trading is very, very risky. 80% of traders lose money, and if you don't like losing money and you don't like risk, rather don't trade. Simple as that. Walk away. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. But if you like risk and you like a bit of fun and you like trading and you love trading like I do, then by all means, trade. While you're here, pop down to my blog, my secret blog. Get your free trade every day. It's not trading advice. It's just an idea, and it's there for you to get a bit of confidence as to what you're doing against maybe what I'm doing in the markets. While you're there, there's a free Forex book. It's in the index. It's on the side. It might even be in the description here. The Forex book is there for you. It's completely free. Enjoy it. It's there for you. Let me show you the system that I'm using to manage my risk, and let's see if that system will work for you. Here's the system, guys. Enjoy. So what is the MACD? Well, let's put it in here. The Moving Average Convergence Divergence. Now, I'm not going to go into all the technical details on the Moving Average Convergence Divergence, but a lot of people trade with something like this, and there's a lot of other indicators, moving average, crossover, and that sort of thing. But what people in general do is they look at when the one moving average crosses the other, and then they take a long trade at this point. And if you look at the chart here, you can see that a long trade would have worked in this area, and the volume moves to the top of the 50 mark, and it gives you a bit of a positive note. It's so complicated, guys, but what I'm going to tell you is the moving average, or MACD, is basically a lagging indicator. So now let me take this into account for you. If you had traded long on this particular trade here, you would have traded somewhere up here. That's pretty late into the trade, and it would have gone up to about here. Now, where would you have got out of the trade?
The Mediterranean diet is widely considered one of the healthiest diets there is. After all, it avoids processed foods and is built on a bedrock of super healthy foods such as olive oil, greens, nuts, berries, and fish. Oh, and let's not forget the red wine. However, Egyptian scientists have recently uncovered an ancient Mediterranean ritual that studies show can deliver 11 times better fat loss results than the diet itself. Plus, this ancient Mediterranean ritual naturally purifies and detoxifies the body at the same time. Tap below to see how and why it works so well.
You would have got out of the trade at this level here when it crosses back, because that's the basis of the system, and you would have got out at that level somewhere over there. Now the other basis of this system is that you would have got out of this trade, and if you were trading support and resistance, you would not have got out of this trade. You would have stayed in this trade, and look at that, it went straight back up and all the way to the top. So price action would have kept you in this trade because you would have traded out of a support level here with a view of going to a resistance level, and here you would have got out of the trade based on an MACD that tells you to get out of the trade, and then over here you get back into the trade. But where do you get back into this trade? Look at this, it crosses over, so you think, well, I'll get back into that trade, the green bars are up, this is going long, and you get into the trade over here at the top of this green bar most likely, or even after it. So you're all the way up here before you get back into this trade, so you've lost this entire area over here. What a waste. So no, MACD, we do not trade, we trade support and resistance. It's very simple. We go to the higher time frame, which is the day. We make this a bit more readable so we can see what's going on. We put it on a line chart, and if you've watched my videos before, you'll know exactly what we're doing here. We're looking for the closing prices and support and resistance, and there's your support down here. That's one of your supports. Actually, there is more support in the middle here. If you look at this, there's actually a good support right here. We don't have to go that low. We can actually put a support in right there and use that. That'll work just fine, guys. And you can put a resistance in up here. So that's your main support and resistance. We went up to the day chart and we've got our main support and resistance. You can trade on any day or time frame that you want to. I always use the 4 hours because I like the 4 hours. Works for me, gives me a lot of time during the day, helps me to relax and that sort of thing, and I don't have to stress about watching the screens 24/7 just in case something happens. So now here we go, guys. You've got your main support, you've got your main resistance. How do you trade this? Very simple. You can look for some supply or demand areas in here. There's a supply area up here, so you most likely get a good supply in that area over there. So if you're looking for a supply, that might be a good place to look. I would probably look at this trade. There's more support much closer than the main support area. There's more support closer to here. But what I would probably look for in this trade is for this guy to come back down into this main support area, bounce out and go up and make us a profit somewhere around here. Quite easy, really. It's kind of ranging at the moment on this particular chart. What are we on? We're on the US dollar CAD. I didn't even look. Yeah, that'll give you a decent look. There is a bit of a downtrend on here, so you got to watch out for that just in case. You know, you might get a bit of flack over there at the resistance, but I mean that's fine. If it hits that's also okay. Just keep an eye out for that. But it might also be a triangle that's closing up on you, because if you look at it on this side, it's a triangle that's closing down. So there's so many complicated things you can look at, but you can keep it simple. You don't have to get complicated. You don't have to go out of whack and draw a million lines on your chart like I've just done. But you could take a long trade from that point. You could actually take, because this is coming up here, you could literally take your long trade from there. As I said, there's another resistance on the 4 hour or support on the 4 hour that's developing in this area if you look at this around here. So yeah, take your long trade from that point and it will go up. It's as simple as that. Don't get overcomplicated with the thing. I've actually got too many lines on this chart at the moment, because what I've done, I've drawn your main support, your main resistance. I've drawn a supply area in up here so that you know there's going to be some resistance there, and I've drawn trend lines in just to use that as an area where you could actually bounce out of. Really simple, really straightforward, not complicated. That's how we trade. We don't have to use all these MACDs and complicated things. If you use the MACD on this particular trade, you're probably going to find, shall we have a look at what it does here? Just out of interest, if you were to use something like this, how would it actually affect the issue? You see, you are actually getting a bit of a crossover coming up here, which will tell you to go long as well. So if you were using this kind of strategy, it probably would be starting to tell you that you're going to get a long trade in the near future. So yeah, those strategies, while they can work, they're normally lagging indicators. They're normally a little bit behind. And the big issue here is, where do you get in and out of the trades? And with price action, it's simple. You get in over there, you get out over there, or you keep an eye on it. And if it goes through that, you add to the trade. If it breaks through that, you add to the trade, and you go all the way to the top and you make loads of dosh. So that is a simple trading strategy, support and resistance. So now that you've seen the system, what do you think? Is it going to work for you? Is this something that you would like to do? It's really simple price action, guys. So you can use support and resistance, you can use supply and demand, you can even use this system on systems like Fibonacci. Why are you using systems like MACD and RSI and all these different types of indicators that are basically lagging indicators? In other words, they tell you what happened yesterday, not what's happening today. So when you get into the trade with those types of indicators, even moving averages do this to you. Unfortunately, you're getting into the trade too late and you're getting out of the trades too late. With price action, you're getting into the trades at the right time. Keep that in mind. Guys, thanks for watching the video this week, and till the next video, well, there's 3 videos a week, so enjoy them. Till the next video, cheers and bye.